Coming to you every week from no place in particular, this is the Forever Road podcast, featuring Bosco. He's a music lover, a historian, and a connoisseur of the obscure. Find us on some great platforms like iHeart, Spotify, and even more as we keep growing. Now, pointed down the Forever Road, here's Bosco.
Welcome to Forever Road Podcast, the best worst thing you've never seen. I'm Bosco, once again coming to you. It's been, 2 weeks? I was working on my truck last week. And, yeah, after 3 trips to the parts store and some brake bleeding, I finally got that fixed. But, yeah, didn't have time to get in here and bring y'all a show. But, hey, here we are. And joining with me this week, as always, is Brother Turtle. What's going on, man?
Not much. Just trying to make it in this hard, cruel world.
It's been a week. It was a interesting week, to say the least. Or last 2 weeks, really. You don't realize how much stuff you have until you go to pack. So, packing and cleaning the house, moving stuff around, getting rid of stuff and all that is oh gosh. I didn't think I was going to do it again, but hey, here we are.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's already needed to be done anyway. So what's all happened in the last 2 weeks? Oh, by the way, you hear that President Jimmy Carter passed away today?
Sorry to hear that.
I mean, 100 years old, dude. That's pretty good, man. He had an interesting life, didn't he?
Yeah. Him and Jesus used to walk to school together. My grandmother walked them to school.
My
grandmother used to walk them to school.
And now he's he's a man of faith. He's a Christian, so he believed him. He's up there walking with Jesus now, so
they're walking together again. See?
Hey, man,
I bet they go to schools though.
Probably. Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty cool, man. Humanitarian. What number president was he?
The one before Reagan?
It was like 38, 39. Yeah, 39. Born October 1st, 1924, Plains, Georgia. As everybody knows, he was the 39th president, James Earl Carter Jr., member of the Democratic Party, the longest-lived president in U.S. history, and first to reach 100 years of age. So, rest easy, Mr. Carter. Thank you for your service. I know he was in the Navy at one point. I think he was serving in the Navy in Korea? Or maybe it was World War II. His wife, Rosalind, she went on before he did. Graduated U.S. Naval Academy in 1946, joined the U.S. Navy's submarine service. Came home and revived his family's peanut growing business. Opposing racial segregation, he supported the growing of civil rights movement as a Georgia politician. Actually, we covered this at one point that the Allman Brothers and Leonard Skinner and Charlie Daniels and Marshall Tucker Band and all of them actually helped get him elected.
Because he was a Georgia boy.
Yep. Defeated incumbent Republican President Gerald Ford in the 1976 election. Pardoned all Vietnam War draft evaders on his second day in office. Whew, that's
touchy subject.
Yeah, that's a touchy subject. Successfully pursued the Camp David Accords, the Panama Canal treaties, and the second round of strategic arms limitation talks. I know at one point he had the agreements over there. That I think that's the Camp David Accords between Israel and Palestine. I think he had that kind of somewhat calmed down back then. But yep. I don't know. Oh. Sometimes I hate touchscreens. Anyway, so yeah. Rest easy, Mr. Carter. Thank you for all you done. You know, I don't get into politics here, but just he tried to do his best he could, I guess. You know, at some points, I believe that maybe he was kind of pressured to go outside of his own morals and beliefs. You know, you don't sell out for, you know, like I have my own standards and morals that I won't ever back away from for anything. Anyway, so yeah, should we all live so long and prosperous and happy
and rich?
Yeah, I don't have a peanut farm though. I
You
could.
You don't need a peanut farm to be rich.
Well, down in Fitzgerald, you know, my family's got that land down there that was a peanut farm.
Apparently, you can just own a lot of baby oil.
Huh?
It's apparently you can just own a lot of baby oil and become rich.
Oh, he was in the oil business.
He's the biggest oil tycoon in America. Ooh. Right. That's going to be a new meme. Watch. most popular oil tycoons in America, and then I'll have one picture here, one picture here, one picture here, and then it'll be Diddy.
What we're going to talk about? How was your Christmas, man? I know it was last week.
Cold and wet.
It wasn't cold that day, was it?
I didn't ride the bike, so it must have been cold. It wasn't freezing, but it was cold. It was down in the 40s.
Well, yeah, okay.
So for people that don't live in the southeastern region of the United States, 42 is cold. All right.
It's not.
It's called climatization. And yes, I'm still standing out there in a wife beater and board shorts with flip flops. I don't care, but it's still cold. It ain't freezing. It ain't freezing. And no, I'm not putting away the football officer, but it's still cold. It's just not freezing.
Right.
It ain't scaring away the birds, but it's still fucking cold.
I mean, it wasn't cold to me. I don't even think I wore a jacket.
You just spent a week in Montana. What would you know about cold?
And it did snow, so I got to see snow this year.
So did I.
In a different
on YouTube.
In a different state. But I actually picked it up and threw it across the
I did in my
lot.
thought process. Good old ADD.
It was great. I mean, I was glad to take that trip, man. It was fun. I mean,
you needed it.
Yeah.
You needed it so we could convince you not to move to Montana.
I know, right?
You needed to see it with your own eyes because I kept telling you, I don't know, dude. Sounds great. Looks wonderful in pictures. But I gave you about 2 hours before you decide you're ready to go home. It took 4, but whatever. It was close.
For what it was and me actually seeing it, dude, I was like very impressed.
Yeah.
And meeting the people that I got to meet, I gained one friend out of it, well, 2 really. I still chat with the shop guy over there, which I need to shoot him a message and say hey, but but yeah, I mean, I'm glad I did that trip. It was much needed. Seeing Denver Airport, I didn't leave the airport, not even on the way back. I stayed in the Denver airport. I didn't have time to do anything on the way back. We landed in Denver, and I had just enough time to run from that gate all the way across complete other side of the Denver airport to board into the other plane to get to Atlanta.
Yeah, I'd have missed that flight.
Man, I mean, it was.
You stop me anywhere in Colorado, I'm missing that flight.
I got the message on my phone when we landed in Denver. And it said, boarding now. I was like, no.
Yeah. I'd have missed it. I'd have been spending a whole nother day in damn Colorado.
I'd like to go see Colorado, at least that part, at least, Colorado.
Aspen.
Yeah. I mean, my brother lives there and somewhere not far from, I can't remember where he's at. And I think it's Colorado Springs, to be honest with you. Anyway, my brother lives there, and Deadleg from Failure to Stop and other shows, yeah, Deadleg. He lives up in Colorado, so I'd like to go see at least meet both of them. But there again,
message, got a question.
Huh?
I said, Deadleg, send me a message. I got a question.
Just shoot my brother a message. I'll send you his name.
I need some airmail.
But yeah, just go up to Coors and send me a case from the factory.
Okay.
It should be.
I bet you
that'd be cool.
No, it'd be cold.
Go up to Golden, Colorado, and go to the Coors factory. And just right there. Right.
Yeah, come to find out, they only make Coors Light there. All the other Coors made somewhere else. You just wasted a whole trip.
I'd be mad.
For some headache medicine. Coors Light. Silver Bullet. Yeah, because you're going to need a silver bullet when you get done drinking that stuff.
I actually like it. It's not bad, especially now.
I'd rather drink Budweiser products.
I was going to say, I did this the last time I went out. Matter of fact, when I was in Montana, I said, well, what products do you have? She said Bud Light. I was like, she went down the whole list. It's like it is down here. You got Bud Light, Yingling, blah, 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 blah. And I said, give me a Bud Light, I guess. I took one swig of it. I was like, God, what the hell? I set it back down. She looked over at me. She goes, you okay? I said, no, I'm not.
Hell no, woman. I asked for a Bud Light. You didn't smack me. See the look of disgust on my face when I said the words? You're a bartender. You should know better. That meant I would rather have a shot of whiskey.
Yeah, really. So I said, yeah, I should have just got a mixed drink. But I like beer with my steak. So I said, well, can you give me a mug? Do y'all have Coors Light? She goes, yeah. I said, well, you didn't say that. So she poured me off a Coors Light, and it's way better than Bud Light in comparison.
But I'd rather drink Bud Light than Coors Light any day.
Nah,
I can't stand Coors Light. That's just me, though. I know a lot of people that do drink it.
yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If I showed up to a party and all they had was Coors Light, I'm gonna be the PD for the night. I hope the water's good.
Yeah, really. Y'all have filtered water? You got a bottle of any filtered?
I would rather drink Dasani than drink Coors Light.
Dang.
Matter of fact, if they don't have water, I'm drinking out of the toilet before I drink a Coors Light.
I would rather drink Dasani before I drink Bud Light. So,
I mean, there's a lot of other things I'd rather drink besides Coors Light and Bud Light, but
yeah,
it's not that kind of show.
All right, moving on. So, speaking of show, I guess we're going to talk about Christmas, past, present. No, not future, but well, maybe so. We're talking about Christmas, our memories of Christmas, favorite Christmas music, and the great debate, as always. I know of one Christmas song that is not a Christmas song, and I agree with Turtle on this. And I know of one Christmas movie that Turtle says is not a Christmas movie, and we're just going to agree to disagree.
No. I said there had to be an agreement if people were going to accept that as a Christmas movie. I can't remember exactly which one. I've been trying to look it up for the last 2 days, actually. But there was a movie that was released on Christmas that never has anything to do with Christmas in the entire movie. But it has to be considered a Christmas movie then, because it was released on Christmas. And as soon as I figure out what movie that is, it's probably going to be one of our February shows. But I will remind you, and I will let you know. We'll find it.
Got Keith Robinson in the chats. Thank you, Keith. He says, for those listeners, when Bud Light is all that's offered, I don't drink it all. Coors Light is the way to go. See? Thank you. At least I have somebody to agree with me. By the way,
that's a personal preference. You can drink all the Coors Light you want, and I would never hate you for it. Somebody's got to drink that nasty shit.
Well, everybody has their opinions, and everybody has their.
But then again, I used to drink Bud Light all the time. Matter of fact, it was one of the only beers I would drink. But that's because I was drinking a bunch of domestic shit at that time. I didn't really get into like the imports, the Guinness and the Hefeweizens and stuff like that. I mean, I couldn't tell you the difference between different kinds of beer, an ale, and IPA. I don't know what none of that shit is. It's just beer. Give me my liquor.
Yeah, you could tell the difference in the IPA and a Pilsner.
But I wouldn't know you know what I'm saying? Like I could taste the differences, but I wouldn't know what the hell they are unless they had it on the label. It says this is a lager, this is an IPA, this is a toilet water. I don't know. Whatever, unless it says on there. If it was just a clear bottle, I'd never know the difference. Unless it was Guinness.
Yeah, you can't mistake that one.
Yeah. You don't drink Guinness, you chew it. It's Guinness, the bread of beers.
And I've probably said this before, but a couple years ago, there was a thing on the news, and the comedian Jim Gaffigan was talking about how everybody, the microbreweries, and this tastes like beer with a hint of flowers, and this one tastes like beer with a hint of cigars, and this one tastes like beer with a hint of chocolate. Can I just have beer that tastes like beer? Can we do that? Because that's what all I want. And I feel the same way. I don't need all the flavors and all the fairy. Whew, almost went off. all the I'll just say it, the fairy frou stuff. Just beer.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah,
just
it's
beer.
It's called Budweiser. MGD. Toms.
I don't remember the last time I had a Miller beer. Like, period.
I got a Miller Lite in the garage. But I wouldn't even consider that like just a beer.
Right.
Because it doesn't taste like just a beer. You can taste some of the hops in that thing. You can taste it. The earthy
Miller
tones of it.
But see, Bud Light is one of the, like, and maybe Keith can agree in the chat. Light beer is a beer that you can drink all day and probably not even be drunk. You know, Coors Light, Bud Light, Miller Light, anything else light,
Natty Light.
Oh God, no!
I would drink a Natty Light before I drink a Coors Light.
Yeah. Good Lord, Natty Light. I think. Let's see if I can. Okay. But all right. So moving on, we got. So let me pull this back up on this side. But while I'm pulling that up, I had it over here and I X'd it out for some reason. I'm not going down the whole list. I'll probably just do a top 10.
I'll give you a top 3.
What?
I don't know, whatever it is.
How is Edward Scissorhands a Christmas movie?
Was it released on Christmas Day?
I don't remember. I only seen that movie once. So they have a top 10 on IMDb, and I'll give them the credit for it because, you know, whatever. Starting at number 10. Or do we want to talk about our Christmas memories first?
It don't matter to me.
All right. What was your best Christmas memory? Now, if it's going to bring up any bad memories, then dude, you know, by all means. But
best Christmas memory. I don't know. I would have to say going to the store with my mother to buy all these toys that I wanted for Christmas. Taking them to the house, wrapping them up Christmas Day. Me personally helping her wrap all these presents with wrapping paper I picked out,
and
wrapping all these toys that I just knew I was going to be opening up the next morning, and put them in a particular pile off to the side of the tree. Went to bed, woke up the next morning, went into the living room, and they were all gone. And there was a bunch of other presents there that were wrapped all in the same wrapping paper. Went to go open them all up. There's my toys. All the ones that I had just wrapped the night before. All in different wrapping paper from Santa. We got done. We did Christmas, whatever. And then Dad gets home from work. He was in the Navy at the time. And he gets home. Mama goes into the other room and is loading boxes into the back of the van. We had one of those big conversion vans at the time. And was loading all these boxes into the back of the van. And then she comes back in. She says, all right, let's go. We all hop in the van, take off. We've got food in there. I just thought we were going to another, like you go to grandma's house after you do yours, or, you know, you go to Uncle Joe's house down the street or whatever. Oh, we showed up at some random ass people's house that my mom and dad knew. unloading all these boxes. They had a young daughter and a young son, and the presents that I wrapped were in those boxes. The presents that my sister wrapped were in those boxes. Nobody knew what to get these kids, and these kids were around our ages. So they used us to pick out what we wanted.
Right.
Went back later with the same list and got our presents, wrapped up those presents for us from Santa, and watched us give our toys that we picked out to somebody else. And I think that was probably the best memory of Christmas for me. It was just that's the reason why I don't like Christmas now. It's so commercialized, and there's no spirituality behind it. There's no moral integrity behind it anymore. It's all about gifts and money and how you're going to make more money and just who gets the biggest, best present and who's got more, who's got most. When these people didn't have shit, we literally brought them not only a cooked meal for Christmas dinner, presents for their kids, but we brought them groceries for at least another week or two. And to see that was the best Christmas ever. I mean, I was only like 7 or 8 years old, but I understood what was going on once we got there. Even at that young of an age. You ask a 7 or 8-year-old to do something like that, they would throw a fit nowadays.
Oh yeah. I mean, most kids, I agree. I mean, and you're
right.
Even
handle that idea.
And you're right. It is big, huge, commercialized. Every company out there, even our favorite companies, and we ain't got to name names, but they're, hey, Christmas special.
Smith & Wesson. Oh,
I mean, Sig.
I mean, Ruger.
But every one of them, here, get your that special man needs a 9mm.
Black Friday sales. Come beat the shit out of your neighbors.
Yeah.
And now they have that's online now.
Black Friday and Cyber Monday?
Yeah. Well, the Cyber Monday is what kicked off this whole. You don't even have to go to the store for Black Friday anymore. All the Black Friday sales for Walmart are online. I think this year that's what they did. This year and during COVID, that's what they did. All the Black Friday sales were online. It's weird. Yeah, it's like you don't even have to leave your house anymore. Oh. Where's the fun?
I avoided Warner Robins, as much as I could.
Yeah, but we do that on purpose.
Well, we did.
we do that anyway. 368 days a year. Just to make sure.
But my best Christmas memories were, it's kind of two-part. The Christmases leading up to the 1994. 94 was a bad year for my family. Was when my grandparents passed away. Papa passed away in August, and Mima passed away in November. I want to say it was November. Something like that. So, you want to talk about somebody who lived the Christmas spirit and just decorated and cooked and man, Mima had the Christmas, big tree, train wrapped, around the bottom, all the decorations in the house, all the lights, and then on Christmas Eve, what we would do is ride around and look at Christmas lights. Now, I don't even know if they do that much anymore.
There's a few areas in Warner Robins you can go. Off of Lake Joy, there's a real big fancy neighborhood over there behind the neighborhood Walmart.
Yeah.
That really expensive houses over there. Pretty much all of those houses are over there, but that's mostly Patel families that live back there, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Kind of ironic, but it's fun. They do really good. And then across from off of 96, across from the Brantley, that neighborhood, you can find some pretty good lights over there too. But other than that, there's not really a big like community neighborhood that does that anymore.
Man, back when I don't know if you ever came to Macon in the 90s, but there was one street in Macon, South Macon,
down off of Eisenhower.
Capital, well, that one, but there's another one in South Macon.
Oh yeah,
called Capitol Avenue.
Yep, I was about to say Capitol Avenue.
Blocks. I'm talking about all the way down this long straight road was nothing but just, and I don't know if they collabed with each other and tied into one another. I'm pretty sure they all help each other out. But man, back in the day, it was a sight to see. And then there was one house that had the yard, and then inside you could donate. You had to give a donation, and no matter what it was, it don't matter if it was a quarter, $1, 10, 20, whatever. Give a donation and you can go in the house, and it was just, it was like a Christmas museum.
Yeah, it was like Santa Claus's museum or some shit.
Santa Clauses, Mrs. Claus, all the elves, the nutcrackers, all the decorations, snowmen, and it was just wall to wall, floor to ceiling, all the way around, all throughout different rooms of this house. And then they give you hot chocolate. Here you go. Merry Christmas. Here you go. Merry Christmas.
Yep.
And you don't see that much anymore.
Nope. That generation's gone.
Yeah. And
we're Gen X. We just don't care.
We're just like, we're too damn busy working, and things are crazy. Things are,
Is it over yet? I'm ready to go play video games.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So, and everybody's looking out for each other, or not even for each other, but just for themselves. Mm-hmm. And then you don't have the Christmas spirit. But so that was our thing. We would go and look at Christmas lights Christmas Eve night. And then when you got home, you got to open one gift.
Yep.
Christmas and then Eve. You look over at the tree. And there was, Mom and Daddy were smart. They had like 2 or 3 packages under the tree, whatever.
From Mom and Dad. Yeah.
Right. And then you get up the next morning and it'd be all the gifts that they've been hiding everywhere. That Santa Claus brought the night before. Yeah.
Down the chimney. That big ass dirt bike.
So I can't think of, there was one when I got a bicycle. I got my very first Huffy bicycle.
Oh, you was a Huffy Puffy.
Red, black, and white Huffy. And I thought I was, oh boy, I didn't even see it. We got home. Matter of fact, we actually got home because it was a long night, the night, Christmas Eve night. I got home Christmas morning. We was all hanging out at me, Mom, and Papa's house doing stuff. And then what I didn't know was Santa came while we were gone. And I walked through the house and I was just tired, ready to go to bed. Walked through the house, walked right past the Christmas tree, and under the tree, beside the tree was my bicycle. And wrapped around the tree was all the presents and all the other stuff. And I was just like, and my mom goes, "Hey, come here." I was like, "I'm tired. What do you want, man?" God. So I walked back up, walked in, ma'am, I looked over at the tree. I was like, how did I miss that, dude? I was just bed. I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed. I don't care. I'm tired.
Yep.
But I think, and that was just one of those surprises. I was like, I didn't it was amazing.
Yeah.
I've been wanting a bicycle for a long time since we moved to Macon, and I didn't get one.
How many
And there it
days until it
was.
got stolen?
It did not. It lasted a couple years, and I broke it.
Good job. Good job.
Right there where
I still have mine.
that top post right there goes into the fork where the handlebars are.
In the neck. Yeah.
Right there. Oh,
Yep.
I broke that. I broke that weld. I jumped something and I hit some major air and I came down like this.
Yep.
Just not even a 45, but it was like not a 90, but
yeah,
man. So
who's at a 53? Yeah,
so
I still got my first bike. You know that chrome one that's hanging up on the wall in my garage?
Yeah.
That's my first BMX bike. It's a 1981 German Blue Max made by Mongoose.
I was gonna say it's a Mongoose, isn't it?
Yep.
I had one of those.
A Blue Max?
No, I had a Mongoose. It was chrome.
Okay.
I had a chrome Mongoose.
You had a Blue Max, boy. Let me tell you how much those things are worth.
And because what I was doing was sanding down bicycles and painting them for kids in the neighborhood. I think we talked about this before.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I didn't sand them down. I wasn't dumb enough to get rid of the serial numbers.
No. Sand down the paint. Scuff it, not sand, but scuff it good enough to where the rest of the paint will stick. I learned something from my neighbor. He was like, "Hey, man, paint's not really going to stick to that. Yep. You need to scuff it."
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Scuff it, then go back and wet sand it.
Yep.
And then
slick surface makes hard work.
Yeah. They said if you do that, then your new paint job won't flake off. And I was like, oh, all right. So I learned how to paint. And then doing that, I doing that for kids in the neighborhood. They want, if you had a blue bike, you wanted a purple bike or a black bike, and you wanted this bike, we would do it. Yep. So one kid wanted this bike changed. He had his paint and all that, and I had some more just spare leftover stuff, and he just wanted this just different colors, just this kind of rainbow of colors. And I was like, all right, whatever. He said, I can't pay you. I spent all my money on paint. I was like, all right, well, what you got? And he gave me this chrome frame, Mongoose.
Yeah,
that works. I've been wanting to work up to get a Mongoose because I've been spending all my money from doing that, going to Capital Cycle.
Yeah,
when they sold bicycle parts.
Yep. I wish they still did, man. That was a fun time, wasn't it?
Oh man. And that's where I bought my first set of wheels. But they had, and I can't remember what brand they were right off the top of my head. But I was doing that and I was cutting grass. And I saw these wheels at Capital Cycle that
were they mag wheels?
No, they were spokes, but it was like a bunch of spokes.
Okay.
Real good looking chrome,
like
thick spokes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I put those on there. I bought those and put those on there. Clean up that Mongoose. Put some new rubber, new tires, new, everything, seat, handlebars, the whole 9 yards. And I don't remember what happened to it. Thinking back now, I can't remember what happened to it. I probably traded it at some point.
I miss the old mag wheels that used to be on my Blue Max.
Oh, your video feed cut out.
Yeah, I see that.
So that was probably the best Christmas, gift. And just spending time with my mom and, now as an adult, we would go to mom and daddy's house out in Monroe County and just have a blast on Christmas Day. I mean, it ended up being from Christmas to a party.
Yeah.
Drinking, shooting off fireworks, having fun, starting a bonfire the whole night. Man, it was great.
Sleeping in the truck because you couldn't drive home.
Exactly. or crashing on the floor or the couch. Something like
No,
that.
that's where the girlfriend was because she was mad at you.
Yeah. So that
and your wife's
that's
on the
actually
couch
why
next to her. Wait.
actually kind of why I want to buy a piece of land and have those Christmas parties again.
Yeah.
Have all the friends and family. Y'all come on out here after you do your family stuff. Come out to my house afterwards.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy a yacht.
So, moving on. What do you say would be your favorite Christmas, if you have one? What's your favorite Christmas song?
Jingle bells.
That's not a Christmas song.
It's not a Christmas song. Oh, I don't know. I would have to say it would definitely be something like classic. But it's really hard to say what one it would be. It's just because I love some of the best classic ones ever. And for those that are questioning that statement, Jingle Bells not being a Christmas song, Google it.
Yeah, it's not a Christmas song.
And look at the lyrics. Most of all, look at the lyrics. It never mentions anything about Christmas, Santa, presents. It doesn't speak of anything about anything related to Christmas. Not even on a spiritual level. It doesn't mention anything about baby Jesus or anything like that. Nothing. It's about a long sleigh ride to grandma's house for a feast. It's a Thanksgiving song. But I would have to say Carol of the Bells. Or I'm trying to think of that movie. Really old black and white movie.
I'm
trying to think of which one it is. I can
It's a Wonderful Life?
Yes. I was like, I can picture it, but I can't hear it. ADD brain. Yes. One of the songs out of there that's just, it's always stuck with me, and I can't even think of what song it is, but I would have to hear it. One of those songs out of there, one of the main songs out of there is one of my favorites. Anything before Mariah Carey was born.
Yeah. Good Lord. I avoided everything up until the other day. I went somewhere. Where did I stop at? Oh, yeah, Friday. I stopped off to get something to eat, and I'll be darned if I avoided the entire season up to that point. And that song was playing. Look, imagine that. It caught me. I avoided it every time it would come on or whatever, if I'm scanning through channels or, I hadn't heard it. And then I was sitting in Zaxby's. There it was. I was like, dang it. Oh. So I put my earbuds in and listened to something else.
Some deathcore metal.
Merry Christmas! I tell you what, though, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, as far as music, one of my favorites is Silent Night by the Temptations.
Classic.
One of my top favorite number,
Yep. That's why I say it was hard to pick one.
That song right there will seriously put me into some Christmas mood, man.
Yep.
And I forgot about this when I heard it the other night. Gladys Knight and the Pips. Do you hear what I hear?
Yep.
Man,
That make you want to light some candles and start cleaning the house.
No, dude.
Mama's coming over. Oh shit! Let me get this shit straightened up.
Get this house cleaned up.
Wait,
man.
wait. It's June. Why is that song on? Dang it, Mama got
me. But yeah, so Christmas for my family hasn't been the same since '94. You know, it really hasn't. We did try to revamp everything. Yeah. So hopefully I can kind of bring some of that back whenever I get my new place. But yeah. Those two songs
will be there to help.
And then the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Dude, they put it on it when it comes to that Christmas music.
Oh yeah. They don't just play music, they play emotions. Like
especially that song Carol of the Bells, their version of that.
Oh yeah.
Lord.
Oh yeah.
So what would you say would be your favorite Christmas movie? Classic or new? We'll do your classic one first.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Believe it or not, okay.
Just because I have an emotional connection to that movie. It might have been somebody in my family's favorite movie, and I watched it with them, but ever since I was a little kid, I always have to watch that movie during the Christmas holiday. The other thing about that, though, is my family's Christmas holiday starts on the 24th and doesn't end until the 6th of January.
Okay.
Do you understand why?
Why don't you tell the truth? Tell everybody.
There's 12 days between the 25th and the 6th. It's 12 days. According to the stories, as my family believes it, it took the wise men 12 days to get to where Jesus was at rest.
Right.
So if it took them 12 days to get there and he didn't get his gifts until the 12th day, he didn't get his gifts until January 6th, according to how our calendar works these days. Yes, I know there's a time law and the idea, but let's just say it was the 25th of December and they didn't get there until the 6th, and he didn't get his gifts until the 6th. So the hierarchy of the family, being my mom's parents, we didn't get presents from them until the 6th of January. Unless you lived in their house. Because you still had to do Christmas on Christmas Day.
Nothing wrong with that. Different families have different.
Right. So like my tree, my Christmas tree, no decorations on it whatsoever. And it's not lit up. But I will not take it down until January 6th. Or June 2nd, depending on how bored I am during the year. Thank you, ADD. But we do the same with presents. So somewhere between the 24th and the 6th of January, I will watch that movie. I have not watched it this year yet, but I will. By the 26th. They're like, Merry Christmas, here's a gift, open this, take these down, oh, you ready for another one? Here's another. Take these down.
Yeah.
I know some people that are like that, and that's perfectly fine. I'm all for it. All of my other decorations are down and gone. Well, except for my blow-ups because they got wet and I'm waiting for them to dry out and I'm lazy. But most everything else is put up either the day of Christmas or the day after. It's just the tree that stays up. And that's the agreement I made with my current wife. My previous wife, she didn't get a choice. She didn't put up the decorations. She didn't go to the store to buy the decorations. She didn't pick out the decorations. She didn't put them up or put them away. So she didn't have a choice on when they went up and when they went down. If I wanted to put them up for Halloween and leave them up until the next Christmas, oh well. But me and my wife now have an agreement. I leave the tree up, no lights, no decorations, so we can keep my family tradition.
Right.
So,
there's nothing wrong with that.
The other movie, you said a classic and a current, or somewhat current? Polar Express.
Modern. Oh.
Polar Express.
Oh. So for those of you who are listening, thank you, Russo, for being in the chats. Good to see you. You need to call me sometime. But anyway.
1 second.
Russo in the chat said all my decorations are packed and put away by 12/26. Yeah, so it's like, here's your Christmas day. As he unwraps stuff and as he's picking up the Christmas, he starts taking down the tree. I think that we left our tree up for a long time. Do you remember coming over here like way after Christmas and it being up in the living room?
Yeah, it was. It wasn't even January 6th. It was like what, 2 years ago at your house? I came over. I think I was dropping something off for you, and you were giving me something. It was like a late Christmas exchange, and I was like, "Yeah, I ain't worried about it. Mine's still up too because it's not January 6th yet." I think it's the first time I told you about my family's tradition.
Yeah,
but yeah, this is the reason why I love Polar Express. It was one of my mom's favorite movies because she truly believes in the Bell story.
Oh,
I can still hear it. I still believe.
Yeah.
So that's actually one of the bells off of her Christmas bear she made. I still have staring at me. It's weird. I gotta put that back on.
So my favorite, I guess, classic would have to be A Christmas Story. Yeah.
Which version?
Well, the first one.
The first one? Let me see which one.
Yeah. A Christmas Story, Ralphie, your shoe tryout and all that. I think you're thinking of the Christmas.
I'm thinking of I'm thinking of Christmas Carol. Yeah.
I have to watch that.
You think that's a classic? I mean, that was kind of our time frame. You're kind of dating your age there, but
I mean, it was 1983. It's a classic now.
Yeah, to the millennials and zillennials or whatever they're calling themselves now. Jen wish they could have been alpha.
No, now if I'd have said that, it would have been the Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Tim Allen. Okay. Okay. No, I get it. I wasn't sure. I was thinking older movies, like 70s and earlier.
Oh, well.
As classic. That's why I was like 80s.
Well,
it's kind of more modern because that's our childhood. You know what I mean? That's
I think I agree with you. It's a Wonderful Life. Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Those are the Christmas movies that I can remember. Me mom, she always, I guess it's just her generation, but regardless, she always had, back in the day, AMC was American Movie Classics.
Yep.
And that's all you would see was old black and white movies and old black and white TV shows.
Yep.
That's probably why I had real fascination with the werewolf and Dracula and the Mummy. I remember sitting in the living room floor watching those old movies, like the OG black and white movies.
Yeah, Frankenstein.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
Jeopardy.
AMC. Wheel of Fortune. No, hang on.
That was back in the 1900s. God damn it. I hate that.
You were born in the 1900s?
I will punch you in your big toe. I will punch you in your big toe. My big toe? What's that going to do? You're going to walk like an old man for about a week. Come here. Show you what.
But it would probably be like I said, from my childhood, it would probably be A Christmas Story.
Gotcha.
And then I have to watch Christmas Story, then Die Hard, which we'll get to the debate in a minute. So calm down.
I'm perfectly fine with it.
And it's a Christmas movie, but it's modern. On a modern take, I like Violent Night. If you haven't seen that and you like, just watch it.
How hard it is to get me to watch anything.
Oh man, it is. It kind of touches a little bit on another origin story of Santa Claus. Where he came from.
Mm-hmm.
Russo in the chat says Charlie Brown Christmas. That's another one that I have to watch too.
I try to watch that one every year, but it's not like I have to do it. But yeah.
And I honestly I tear up every time he does the prayer, and Linus does the prayer in the middle of the "For unto us is born this that,"
Yeah.
That tears me up almost every time I see it. I'm not gonna lie. But seeing Hans Gruber being chunked off the top of Nakatomi Plaza, tears me right up.
It's beautiful. that little bounce at the end. Beautiful.
Oh man. Yeah, Violent Night rocks. See, yeah, it's the guy that played Friday Speed. There we go. Austin Friday's in the chat. Friday Speed Shop. But Violent Night, good Lord, that movie was great. The guy that played Hopper in Stranger Things, and he played another Hellboy. And he's been in a couple other things. The Equalizer, I know he was in the Equalizer movie as a corrupt cop. But anyway, so he plays.
You talk about Ron Perlman?
No. Nope. David something Harbor, I think is his name. Let me see. I'll pull it up. Since we don't have a I'm
gonna figure out what this damn movie is.
What movie?
A movie that was released on Christmas Day.
Back in the day?
Yeah, it's not. It has nothing to do with Christmas.
Yeah, you got me stumped on that one.
I'm trying to.
Thank you, Russo. It was
David Harbour. Oh, okay.
There he goes. We'll get there here in just a second. There he is right there, dressed as old Saint Nick.
Gotcha. That on Netflix?
I think it is. El Santa Mas Violento. For the, our Spanish speaking followers. Because we got a huge followers. A huge Spanish following. But that's probably my favorite modern Christmas, and it's violent. It is, in every sense of the word, it's violent. It's brutal as hell, man. Have you seen Fat Man? No. I mean, every time I look in the mirror, but
I was gonna say I'm looking at him right now.
Man, it's the holidays. It's supposed to be big.
Just after taking a shower. Yep.
Stand in front of the mirror. Try sucking your gut. No, it's not gonna work. So we got from the top 10. Actually, we'll go 15. Starting with the top 15, we have Scrooged. I love that movie. You ever seen that one? Scrooge with Bill Murray?
Probably not.
Trading Places. The Polar Express, from where they drift a train across a ice frozen lake.
Baddest movie scene ever.
Mm.
Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is.
What is it?
Wall Street. That's a Christmas movie.
Why? Because it was released on Christmas Day?
Yep.
I threw something at you. I don't know how, and anybody in the chats, if y'all agree with me or not, we did, and we'll get to it in a minute. So Scrooged, Trading Places, The Polar Express, Edward Scissorhands. I don't know how it's a Christmas movie.
Because it happens during Christmas.
I mean, yeah, but I only seen that movie like once, man. It was like
that's your fault. Hello, hot chick.
Christmas Chronicles. Russo says Christmas Chronicles. Believe it or not, that's not even in the top 10.
Nope.
Bad Santa.
Nah.
Gremlins. I'll agree. Gremlins definitely.
Yeah, that's definitely a Christmas movie.
Miracle on 34th Street. We covered that a minute ago. Now, I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. Okay, well, I know I am, but and it's Everybody Loves Us, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I'm not on the bandwagon.
It's a nostalgic movie about late 70s, early 80s Christmas vacation. That's why they ended up doing more vacations. People used to do that back in the day.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially those Westies.
They
used to come out this way.
Ugh. Stay over there. Midwestern folks.
No, those were all going down to Florida. Snowbirds.
Elf. I like Elf.
Elf's a good one.
I'll get down with that. My favorite, A Christmas Story. You shoot your eye out, kid. So I just love that, man. I mean, because like I said, I watched it a lot when I was a kid. You know,
I never got that line.
For some reason, what?
And I think this got brought up in one of those Mandela effect conversations where somebody says, why would they say you're going to shoot your eye out if you're shooting the gun? It should be you're going to shoot someone's eye out. And somebody did the whole Mandela effect. That's what it said back when I was a kid. That's the way I remember the movie coming out, saying you're going to shoot someone's eye out, kid.
I don't ever remember it saying that.
Yeah, because Red Ryder told them they couldn't say that because then it would make the gun more violent than it is. So they had to change it to you're going to shoot your eye out, kid. It was a marketing scheme. But I never understood that statement, why they did that until somebody else had said something.
But, my favorite time period, the 1940s. I don't know why. I'm always fascinated by that time period. World War II. I think the cars were cooler, the big fat fenders. Hi, Molly.
I'm down. That's my vicious guard dog.
Yeah.
Bark your ear off.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, claymations. I Yeah.
It's a classic.
It's a classic. A Christmas Carol, any version of it, you know. But it's at number 4. But the original version is 1951.
Mm-hmm.
Die Hard is number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is Home Alone.
Mm-hmm. Grinch is number 1.
Nope, It's a Wonderful Life.
And Grinch wasn't even on the list.
Not in the top 15.
Those people are lame. The original Grinch should have been in there. That's one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time. Because it actually taught you something. Rude. Now I'm disappointed in your list, sir.
Hey, this isn't me. This is IMDb.
I said your list. I wasn't
just did
blaming
the top
you for it, though. I know. That's why I said I'm disappointed in your list. Not in you. There's Dead Leg.
There he is. We were talking about him earlier. I don't know if we'll have one. This is the last episode of this year.
This is the last one this year. We'll see all y'all next year. We're not doing no more this year. Just can't. we don't have enough time in our personal schedules to do another show this year. Sorry, guys.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas is number 28.
Lame. Which version? That's
not even. Yeah, it was the Jim Carrey version.
See, I can understand that, but the original version should be like top 10. No, ma'am.
Christmas Chronicles was 40. Russo. Terrifier 3. How's that? Okay.
I think that was released on Christmas.
Yep. Arch clowns and unloose chaos and unsuspecting residents of Miles County as they peacefully drift off to sleep on Christmas Eve.
Yep, wearing a black and white clown suit.
I don't like clowns. I would clear it hot. Quick. As soon as I saw him, there's no doubt. Boom, laying some hate, downrange, quick.
Yep. Salt, pepper, and buck. Continuously in that order. Because you got to season your meat. That's all I'm saying.
Man.
Use a rock salt shot as the warning. And then you pepper them with bird shot. And you kill it with the buckshot.
Yeah. It would definitely.
If that doesn't work, you can put slugs behind it if you want them to get real mean.
It reminds me of that movie my youngest, what Punky was watching, or some TV show, kids werewolf stuff. And I just happened to walk through the bedroom and I just stopped as they were watching it. Saw some monster chasing these kids, and I was like, "Yeah, you know how you deal with that?" And she looked at me, and kids are. What are you gonna say? You always make fun of my TV shows. I was like, you know how you deal with that? Frag out, baby. See ya. And then later on that night, she came downstairs laughing. She goes, "Well, they killed the monster." I said, "Did they?" And she goes, "Guess how they did it?" I was like,
"Frag out."
How they frag out. See ya.
Yep. When in doubt, frag out.
Right. That's be a shirt.
It is.
Huh?
It is.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. I think it's also followed by Quack Bang.
Oh, is it?
Yes. It may be the first place I saw that as a shirt. But I've been hearing that for years. I remember I was raised by Marine Corps infantry Vietnam veterans.
Right. I heard, when in doubt, you whip it out.
That wasn't until they got back.
got me a rock and roll band. But yeah, I would definitely. Yeah, but yeah, no, I don't play with clowns. I'm done. I'm out on that.
Nope. First one was Bozo. That was done after
that. No, for me it was It.
Yeah, see, It didn't bother me because I knew It was a movie, but Bozo was real, and he had a TV show. And he was creepy.
And all the kids are right there. See? No.
No, way too many kids, not enough adults.
I couldn't stand. Yeah, I didn't like It because it. I'm sorry, my ADD or whatever that puts myself. I don't know if you're like this. I don't know if anybody else in the chat's like this. In every movie, any movie, especially if you like it, any movie you're watching, do you put yourself into the movie and figure out? Well, of course, being on the outside looking in, you're like, man, that's not how I'd handle that, unless you're trained, like a few of us are, how to handle certain situations.
That's still gross. Sorry.
But so
I'm watching the replay.
Certain movies, man. Certain movies, I would just, like It, that made me so mad. Oh yeah, let me talk to this thing down here in the sewer. No, dude, what?
What the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing? As soon as my sailboat went into the sewer and I saw somebody pop up, hey, no, I'm out.
That's your new boat. Good job. You have won. Just sign here, here, and here.
Movie.
Yeah, because we're in the South. Even the kids carry shotguns now. Oh, goes down the drain. Hello. Dad, I think I got another one.
I would, yeah. It would, the screen, the camera would pan up to me, and all you'd see is just
asshole and elbows.
I'm back to the house, man. Hey, there's something going on down here in the sewer. Some clown popped up. I don't know.
Everybody go to the bathroom and flush right now. Oh, hashtag FAFO.
Hey, y'all want to go check this out? Because done, man. Like
Grammy, grab the shotgun. Let's go.
Art the Clown break in your house on Christmas Eve just like that. No.
Yep. No.
That's why my next place is going to be wired into the alarm system that the bodies hit the floor. Put a bicycle horn on my AR. You're done, dude.
Can I tell you I'm putting one on my iron head when I build it?
Yes, you told me, yeah.
Oh my god. I love that horn.
So, what's your Christmas? Oh wait, your New Year's. What's your New Year's plans?
Stay alive. Maybe get drunk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anybody in the chat, so if y'all want to comment what your New Year's plans are. And seriously, everybody, please stay safe. I know that we're about to wrap things up here in a minute, and I'm gonna go jump on play video games. But have a very safe New Year's. Don't add to the population. Don't subtract to the population or from the population. Don't, wind yourself up in jail. And if you end up in Peach County, let me know. I'll come help you out.
Yeah. We'll come point and laugh at you. We'll be sitting there in there like Red Foreman. Dumbass.
Yeah. Not get drunk and play games with the family.
That's a good idea too. I'm only going to get drunk because I'll be the only one here, and I don't want to hear the fireworks.
Oh, well. I guess I'll be on the video games with Turtle.
Maybe.
This year, I don't have to work on New Year's Day.
Yet.
Yeah. Well, we're I don't have to.
You don't want to get that overtime.
No. But everybody, please stay safe for New Year's Day. We will more likely see y'all in a week with a new season 3 of Forever Road Podcast. I don't know who I'm going to try to have on. I don't know what we got planned yet. I don't have any ideas quite yet. I don't think that I don't try to plan out that far out, but Yep. Russo, thank you for being in the chats. Deadleg, everybody being in the chats. Keith Robinson, Austin Friday, Eddie Adams. Good seeing y'all in the chats. Thank you. If y'all please go here, like and subscribe on our channel. Go into your settings on Spotify, iHeart, even here, click auto download and share this video to your friends and family. You know, you can pretty much tell them, hey man, I had to see it. I want you to see it too.
I had to suffer. I'm gonna make you suffer too.
Right. But yeah, I want to see y'all next year. Here in the chats, let us know what y'all did over the New Year's break. I'm still packing up my house. I got to put it on the market and sell it, and hopefully
I win the lottery so I can buy it and then just give it back to you.
Right here, all you do is cover the property taxes now. But
you're like, look, now you don't have to move. Go get your shit from Aguilar's, move it back across the street. Oh, that would suck.
But yeah, so follow us on Spotify, iHeart, and Amazon Music, as is right now. But yeah, I look forward to the new coming year. I look forward to the new adventure after selling the house and figuring out where I'm gonna land. Speaking of land, hopefully I can buy land, but we'll figure that out later. You got anything else?
PlayStation or Xbox?
Xbox.
All right.
All right, folks. Like I said, I'm glad y'all joined in the chats. Remember, stay safe. I love y'all. Peace.
Thanks for riding with us on the Forever Road Podcast with Bosco. Hey, you can find and follow us at Instagram and Facebook, or just drop us a line or a question anytime at foreverroadpodcast@gmail.com. See you next time on the Forever Road Podcast.